That's sort of an epidemic in our society today, is that everybody thinks that if they become famous somehow, either on Vine or Twitter or YouTube or on any of these talent shows, or if they become famous, they're finally going to be happy.
I don't think anyone who's in the public eye can ever truly get used to it. It's always a bit like a video game.
Fame is placed very high on the list of things that are important to our, especially, I mean, the whole world, but especially in the States, you know? Like, it's really above, like, wealth. Like, it's above happiness. It's just fame. Pop up. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Like, it's a constant. It doesn't feel good all the time. In case people think that that's like, trust me, you need a lot more.
Stay away from anything that makes a bunch of people stare at you while you're in a restaurant.
Okay.
Or makes them follow you in cars and motorcycles back to your hotel.
But the strangest thing happened. As the show got more successful, I got more depressed. And I kind of had to keep that to myself. The circle of people to whom you can complain about being on a hit television show is unsurprisingly small.
Fame is different than what people think. Being famous is like living in a big, pretty prison. It really is. You can't do anything, you know. I can't go to the park. You know, I can't take my grandkids or kids and go to the park. Because all I'm going to do is take pictures. And my kids hate that. That's why when you get money, you got to buy all that stuff. Your house got to be big. Man, why you got the big-ass house? Because, shit, I can't go nowhere. I'm not complaining. It's just, it's the way it is.
Before the X Factor, I was self-medicating quite a bit just to get through that sort of stuff and like the depression of not being where I perhaps wanted to be. And then when the show came around and it happened so quickly, I probably wasn't prepared for the level of scrutiny and the level of attention that comes with that.
When they really want to make you crazy in prison war camp or anywhere, they put you in isolation, right? The thing I realized, the second you become famous, you're kind of in a weird isolation. People want to know why famous people marry other famous people so often or something like that, you know? It's because they're in ISO with them.
Sometimes it feels absolutely stifling and overwhelming, to be honest with you. But most of the time I'm able to go through the mental exercise where I just say to myself, how many years did you want this? How many years did you dream about this? How many times did you say to yourself that if you ever got famous, you would walk up to people in restaurants and introduce yourself if they were trying to take a picture of you?
Some people are born for this life and some people aren't, and I just know I'm not supposed to be famous. Like, I can feel it deep down inside.
And you fall pretty hard. Some people fall harder than others. I fell pretty hard, and I got to a place where I didn't know whether or not I wanted to do it anymore. There is a recovery. You can fall, but just get back up. Because once you fall in a hole too deep, there's no way to get back.
It's like, I think people do assume that it's all just like diamonds and laying around like money, and it's like, it's not like
caviar
that.
swimming. I think the important thing is just to take it one step at a time. I think if you rush into fame, then that's where it can be really affecting. And if you take it for granted, it can be really affecting.
What I'm not cool with is a man in a tinted window car following me to my home. So I pull over, I get out of my car.
You're not good with that?
No, I'm not good with that. I was so mad. It was a rainy day and I pulled over and I got out of my car and I walked straight to his car and he turned around. Because I was so mad. I just moved and I was like, you're not gonna find out where I live, buddy.
Paparazzi's all around me, and they're yelling, over here, Dakota! Dakota! What is that? Why are these people yelling at me? Why are they yelling my name?
Is there a misconception of the fact that when we become famous that we have these beautiful, perfect lives and that nothing is ever on a low? It's a bad conception. Because then people always think that you have to be this grand old person that's just happy about life and everything because what, we got money? Well, money doesn't make you happy. It never did. I mean, history will tell you that. And fame certainly doesn't make you happy, you know.